welcome back to the channel. We're here with the Female Legendary Byleth summoning session. Okay, I want to start the summoning session with talking a little bit about the spark, not too much. I have another video coming out where I discuss some of the mechanics behind that and how I feel about it. But I will say that I'm going to call this the spark of shame, and I definitely do not like this idea at all, but I will not be unsubscribing from FEH. I love all the features of it. I think it's amazing value, even though I do think that Intelligent Systems made a horrible decision by locking it behind a paywall. Okay, so we're going to move on from that. If you want more information on that, go check out my reaction to the original banner. It is up and in the description as well. So our goals for this banner is Yuri, Marianne, Male Byleth. Those are my three top priorities. Those are the units I want the most. I would not mind getting more Ash merges, and getting Female Byleth would be cool, but it's definitely not my highest priority. So when it comes to colors, it's colorless, then blue, then red, then green. The reason green is so low, even though I want Male Byleth, is because I do not want more gatekeepers. I think he's not great with more merges, and Freya I just don't need more merges of. I think I have her at +1, and that's good enough. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's start with actually the other banners, and then we'll go from there. So for this, I think we're gonna go with red, because Winter Zephyr is the only unit I don't have. I have Winter Sothis and the other two as well. And I wouldn't mind just having my Pokedex a little bit more complete. Yeah, that's an Elliewood. We did get some free summoning tickets, so that's nice, but it definitely does not make up for what they've done. Okay, let's go red again. So Female Byleth is here, and she is definitely unique in some ways. She kind of has like the other half of the Creator's Sword, which is pretty cool. I like that idea. But I'm not exactly sure how I feel about her. She's going to definitely be a powerful unit, by all means. But I don't think she's quite as good. Oh, I was so confused why we had 4 instead of... I forgot about the free summon. But I don't think she's quite as good as Male Byleth, if I'm being completely honest. So her stat line is 40 HP, 39 attack with a super boon, 43 speed with a super bane, 23 defense, and 26 resistance. So overall, a pretty strong stat line. Definitely nothing to complain about other than that super bane and speed, because if you get a speed bane, you're going to be extremely sad. You definitely want to run wind sweep on her, and that is speed based. Next, let's talk about her weapon, because her weapon and her preference C skill are what really make her unique as a unit. Okay, there's an Indigo. So we have Professorial Guide, and what this does is it's special cooldown -1. Let's go to this one. Okay, 1 second. I'll go back to weapon, I swear. What do I want on this? I don't have Winter Hilda technically, which would be nice to get. And then Winter Bernie's also really good, but then I also love the other 2 units, so I'm not really sure. I don't know what to do. I guess we do red on this one. Anyway, so yeah, special cooldown -1, and then if she initiates combat, or if she is within 2 spaces of an ally, she has +5 to all stats. And she neutralizes effects that grant... Oh god, Sigbert. Ugh. I do not like Sigbert at all. And that's not because of my Fates hate. That's because he temporarily stole Brave Roy's shine, and that is unforgivable. Right now, though, Brave Roy's definitely better. For this one, I think I'm going to do blue, actually, because I kind of want a copy of Winter Hilda. Anyway, so you get +5 all the stats, and you neutralize special cooldown charge +X or special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat. So what this essentially means is that you ignore guard effects, and you also ignore special acceleration. So from skills like Heavy Blade or Flashing Blade or Special Fighter even. This is a pretty good effect, I have to admit. Ugh, what do I do here? I think I go with the Winter Bernie. Yeah, I think I go with the Winter Bernie. This is a pretty good effect, but overall I don't think it's nearly as strong as Null Follow-Up and Drive Null Follow-Up. Even though the Null Follow-Up is based off speed, it's just a stronger effect in my opinion. And that comes down to essentially who will be using this drive and how it will be used, right? So essentially she will be a very good support for units that rely on their specials. So a unit like Brave Claude, who really needs to trigger that special so he can get the healing, is going to love Female Byleth as support. Was that double Bowie or am I tripping? Okay, anyway, that's all the summons for the off banners. We did not get anything, which is fine, not a big deal. as long as we have better luck here. So we'll be doing colorless and then blues. We might do this whole first circle just because why not? It's like 15 orbs. Anyway, so she's gonna be really good with units like Brave Claw who need their specials, maybe other units who need their special to secure kills. Also units who maybe like an Ike who would need to get those ethers off to get the kills and the healing as well. She would be good there. She's also very good with units who want to Gale Force because they don't want to get their Gale Force blocked. The problem is that she can't perform on those teams, on the Gale Force teams, on the player phase team. She's not very good, to be honest. And the reason for that is because she can't Gale Force herself. And so it makes it very awkward for her to be inside that mix, right? If you've played with Gale Force, every single slot on the team is very important and they all need to be working forward to that Gale Force. So if you put like a Wings of Mercy Female Byleth in, she's going to essentially come in and nuke something and offer that anti-guard. But she's not going to progress the Gale Force, which you really do need in that kind of composition. And when it comes to her offering help for the Brave Claws and stuff, I think it is very valuable, but might not be as valuable as some other supports, like Flame or... Oh, it's Surtur. What is going on with these 4-star special rates? I should be happy. I mean, they're just free 5 stars essentially, but... They're 2 of my least favorite characters, so I'm going to complain a bit. Okay, we'll do this blue because it's only 3 orbs. Maybe we'll get Female Byleth. So, essentially you could have, Flame, you could have Niffle, you could have Moosespell, Gatekeeper. There's so many great supports. And I don't know if she's technically better than them. For some units, she definitely will be, the most premium support possible, but not for everybody. So I think we're just doing the blue here, and then dipping. I think. And so I think she's good. Don't get me wrong. She's going to be a good unit, but I don't know if she's what I'm looking for, essentially. What is going on? We're getting so many 4-star special rates. I wish these were all Brave Boys. Or Brave Lins. I would take that too. Owen's here. Okay, we're going to back out. And we'll keep going for those blues and colorless. There we go. That's a good circle. Oh, parry. Okay, anyway, so she's definitely going to be solid. I just don't prefer her as much as Male Byleth. I think NFU is a game changer and can fix so many units' problems, while Anti-Guard really doesn't fix as many units' problems. And so it comes down to really her preference C skill to make her unique. And I think that it is definitely a strong preference C skill, but it's not as supportive, right? It's mostly for her. And so what it does essentially is gives attack and speed plus 7 visible buffs. That's very important. No follow-up, and the orders buff. And to activate this, she must be within 2 spaces of an ally at the beginning of the turn. So that condition isn't too bad, honestly. It's pretty simple to pull off. But I don't like the fact that they're visible stats, to be honest. And the reason for that is it makes her very vulnerable to panic, right? You hit her with the panic, those things are getting flipped, and that's a big debuff on her. I like this circle. We'll pull this full circle. I do think she's very good, though, in one specific spot, and I would like to use her in, is an ARD. Because in ARD, she's going to be extremely strong. You put Wind Sweep on her, and then she's going to be able to buff herself and come in and essentially smack somebody with a Ruptured Sky. And she has the Orders buff, so she's going to be able to teleport. So even without Bridocratria, she's going to have a lot of mobility, and she's going to cover a lot more range than she would normally. Also, by giving that anti-guard on defense, it pretty much makes your team un-Gale Forceable, or pretty close at least. It's going to be much more difficult to do it. It's kind of the same thing as Sephron's Staff, right? Sephron's Staff offers that drive guard, and it makes it so much more difficult to Gale Force any of those teams. And so I think that's where her best spot actually is in AR defense. While for Male Byleth, I actually prefer him in AR offense as a drive NFU bot. Drive NFU bot. Overall, though, I think she's a great character. She's doing great. Compared to Male Byleth, she has a pretty similar stat line. She has a bit less defense, but she does have more speed and more resistance. But she does have that Super Bane in speed, and he has a Super Boon in speed, so it's about 1 speed difference. It's not the biggest difference. The other interesting thing about Female Byleth being released is that means that we might get Male Robin. Oh, what do we do here? I think I just do the blue. We might be getting Male Robin eventually, and I guess Male Corn as well. So that's kind of cool for those fans. I'm not the biggest Avatar character fan, but, you know, that's still cool. Oh, okay. We're just getting all 4-star special rates. We're not getting any actual 5 stars. Just all 4-star special rates. I guess Anoka's cool. I think I use her in, like, Arena Assault sometimes. I have, like, Swordbreaker on her. Maybe I should just be pulling greens. Maybe greens are what I should be pulling. Anyway, let's start talking about the other units on this banner, because the thing that actually got me excited about this banner was not Female Byleth at all. It was the colorless pool. This colorless pool is insane. We have Yuri, Brave Marianne, Ashe, all in one pool. And these are 3 characters I love. Yuri is beyond versatile. He's one of the best units in the game, bar none. He essentially can do a million different strategies. He can do hit and runs. He can do AoEs, destroy like tanks. He can just help with foul play and get people in. He's just one of the best units in the game at the moment, and I just can't get enough of him, to be honest. I am so glad he's here, and hopefully I can get a copy of him. Though I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him quite yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a merge or if I'm going to do a Yuri for light season, so I could have him on both seasons. I think that would be pretty cool as well, just so I could play with him more. And that's not even talking about how good he is in Summoner Duel. Dude, he is like probably the most powerful unit in Summoner's Duel, or he's pretty up there for sure. Like, he is just, he's so stupid, the amount of plays he can do, the way, how versatile he is and allows you to adapt your strategy on the fly. Just an amazing unit. I love him so much. Then we have Brave Marianne, and I think Brave Marianne is like one of the most underestimated units in the game at the moment. She is so powerful in so many different strategies, and she can just allow insane dancing strategies, right? Like, the thing is with dancers is that you can essentially double dip. Oh my gosh, I'm at 9.5. So like, if you have a Gale Force dancer, like I run a Gale Force Azura dancer, so you can go in Gale Force and then dance afterwards. And that's essentially what Brave Marianne does, but she does it at 2 range, and she also gets to hit their resistance. So she can destroy some of the most durable things on their team while dancing another unit. And I think people just severely underestimate how good that is. Also, she has like insane damage reduction. So it lets her fight like these powerful tanks and just take hits from them and then just completely destroy them. Especially when she's running NFU and not Wings of Mercy. She can just destroy Brave Elgar like it's no one's business. It's Saros. It's the unit I wanted least. I guess that's fine. That's a merge, but like, I honestly don't really think I needed more of her. I think we're going to pull this whole circle just because we're at 10%, and I would like to get something else. This is not the best summoning session so far. It's not going great. Maybe people are mad at me, like Karma's mad at me for summoning on this banner, but I would really like... Okay, there's another 4-star special, right? What is going on? I'm getting so many 4-star specials, and they're just, to be honest, they're not really units I want, but I mean, she has like a rally up, so I guess that's fine. And then lastly, we have Ashe in the colorless pool, and Ashe is just a great unit. She's a great support unit. I haven't figured out exactly where I'm going to use her in ARO yet. I think if I had Yuri with her, that would be some insane plays I could pull off, so I kind of want to do that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But in Summoner's Duel, she's like she's amazing. Like, she's the shit. She's so good. You can just get her to teleport everybody around. She can get your save units into battle and protecting people. She's great in combat. She can just be a wall to stop people, which is great. I just love her. She's such a cool unit. And also, I just love how she looks and her personality. She's like the full package. I love Ashe so much. And so this colorless pool is so good. I just wish I could get something out of it. There's Linhardt. And then we have our blue pool. So our blue pool obviously has Legendary Byleth, which is great. And then it has Saros, who we just pulled. And I'm not the biggest fan of Saros. I think she's a solid, good unit. She opens up that extra slot, which is a big deal. She also gives like attack, which is nice. And she can be pretty durable and annoying. But I feel like Odor's just better. Odor extends that threat range. He has that nuke like that comes out immediately. That's really strong. I just overall like Odor better, even though I don't like his character at all. I like Saros' character much more. And we also have Brave Erica, and I don't think anyone needs to know how good Brave Erica is. She is amazing. I don't want to pull these greens. If I get a Freya, I'm going to be like not... Or Freya or Gatekeeper, I won't be very happy. Brave Erica is just destroying. Like, she just destroys everything. She has damage reduction. She can heal off a Swift Surge. She destroys all the tanks in the game. And she comes with Swift Surge fodder, which I could use. I really want to sack Brave Erica to Brave Roy so that he could have that and I could run a different build other than Gale Force. I think people would be extremely mad at me, and I can understand why, but to me, like, that would be just awesome. I would love that so much. So that might eventually happen. Then we have our red pool. I think our red pool is pretty underwhelming overall. Lilina is a great unit, absolutely amazing in ARD and Arena Assault, and I like merges on her, but there's also Brave Marth and Lif, and I am not a big fan of Brave Marth. I think Brave Marth is pretty overrated, to be honest. I think his condition of having to be within 2 spaces of a unit and relying on their buffs just doesn't work out as well as people would like it to, like even as well as I would like it to. And I also don't like his fodder very much. The speed distant counter having recoil really turns it off for me, even though it does work in both phases. Recoil just immediately does not work well with me for any tank. We are having not great luck other than the 4-star. We have amazing luck for 4-star specials, but I would like an actual unit on this banner, please. If we get to the Spark, I'm not sure what we're going to do at this point. I think we go with Male Byleth, but then, like, I would really like some of these colorless units. And I think green is easier to... I don't want to summon on green. Like, oh, okay, there we go. Yes! Brave Marianne. Let's go. That's a great pickup. I'm so happy. She looks so great in her art. I know people hate her art, but I love it. I think it looks good. I don't really like, I guess, that one. That one looks a little weird, like the positioning. But I like the beast, so I'll forgive it. Plus res, okay. Not a big deal there. I don't think we... Oh, no, we do blues. We do blues. Yeah, but back to Brave Marth. I just don't really like his fodder that much. Spurn is cool, but I'm not sure who I'd give Spurn to at the moment, so I'm not too in need of it. If I really wanted it, I could pick up from the Divine Coats. Okay, there's Saros. I should be happy. She's a good unit, but you're not Female Byleth, and you are not Brave Erica. So I guess that's good for my defense. When she's a bonus unit, I can use her, and she'll help me lose less lift, which is good. I don't really have any use for Dragon Wool. If she had Dragon's Ire, I would be much more excited because I want that for Myrrh. Don't think we're going to pull any reds here. We're going to back out. We are 5 summons away from the Spark of Shame. Let's do the colorless here. But yeah, and then we also have the Lift in the red pool, and Lift needs a remix real bad. He has Time's Pulse though, so that's always good fodder. Not sure if I would fodder him just yet until I see his remix though. I'd have to wait on that. But I have no interest in picking him up really. And then lastly, we have the green pool, and Male Byleth is amazing. I love him and would love a merge of him, but I also don't want to pull the other 2 units at all. Freya is cool, but you don't really need more than +1. I don't really use her in many strategies. Maybe if I like went full Beast Force or Beast units in Light Season, which is possible now because Ash is there, then maybe I'd use her. But when it comes to Gatekeeper, man, I don't think Gatekeeper is that great. I know people like Gatekeeper a lot and stuff, but I feel like he is not the best unit. He can't do much by himself, and as a support unit, he does give that nice attack and speed. But the anti-teleportation is only really good against like Bridal Catria teams, and not always. You need to have him in the position where he's in range to stop the teleports, which isn't the hardest thing to do, but it's not also the easiest thing to do. I think he's best in like between a save ball where he's protected and he can just stop the teleports. But overall, he's not my favorite unit by any means, and I definitely don't want merges on him. I think he does his job just fine at +0. So that's the entire banner we've gone through. And now we are just going to sit here and see what we can pull off. I'm hoping I can get at least one more 5-star I want. Oh, there's Muriel. That's a great pull because she has attack speed ideal 3, which is just a good skill by itself. But even without that, it's great fodder. Okay, so now we are at the point. Do I want to pull this green orb? I'm going to pull this green orb just in case it is Byleth. Then I can pull something else with my spark. I don't think it's going to be, but you never know, right? Maybe it will be, and I can use my spark more intelligently. Nope, it's Raven looking fly. He looks great. Okay, do I want to do the red? Nah, we're good. Okay, so we're going to back out. We're going to go in for our spark. And, oh man, who do we pick for the spark of shame? Oh, this is a rough one. So, my options are essentially... I got Marianne, so maybe not Marianne. It's like Yuri would be really, really good. Male Byleth or Female Byleth, just because I don't have her. I'm leaning towards Male Byleth, so that way I don't have to pull any greens. And then maybe in a couple, like in a week or so, I'll come back in and try to get Yuri when I have some more orbs. I could also do all the story maps and the battle against Legendary Byleth to get some more orbs as well. So I think I'm going to go with Male Byleth, which seems weird, but I really do not like him having a negative speed boot or speed bane on my current Byleth. It just makes it so hard for him to get Windsweep off. So we're going to go with this, and then we will maybe pull on this banner a bit more later and hopefully pick up a Yuri, because I would really like one more. Okay, I'm going to grab some orbs, and then I will be right back. Okay, I don't know why I thought there was orbs from story chapters. There are no story chapters, but I did get them from the legendary battle, so we'll just get those 17. This will probably be the last time we're going in, because I don't want to go in with 2 little orbs. So we'll just do this circle right here. We'll do the colorless and the 2 blues, and then we'll dip and call it a night. Can we get Yuri? No, we got Brave Marianne though. That's pretty good. I'll definitely take that. That's awesome. Let's see what the IVs are. Plus defense. I think we have plus speed already, so I'm not too worried about that. But that is awesome. That's another merge for Brave Marianne. Nothing there. And the last summon of the night. Can we get Female Byleth? That would be amazing. No more Cerosis, please. We've gotten enough of her. Nope, it's going to be my friend Donald, though. Can't be too mad about seeing him. Okay, and we'll back out with our 4 orbs. Okay, that's going to be it for tonight. If you enjoyed the summoning session, please drop a like and subscribe. Also, drop a comment telling me how your summoning session went. If you did summon, if you chose not to summon, let me know about that too. I'd love to hear the reasons why people aren't summoning on this banner. If it's just in protest of the FEH Spark, or if it's because they don't like the banner itself. Either way, I want to hear about it. And I'll catch everyone tomorrow for more Fire Emblem Heroes. See you then. Bye.